We got Montel Jackson back here on the program. He's coming off a huge win this past weekend at UFC 236 over Andre Soukhamthath. He gets that unanimous decision. Montel, how are you, man?
I'm great, man. How
Doing
you
awesome,
got?
man. It's good to catch up with you again. Again, congratulations on the win. A really dominant performance. I think one of the things that people can look at in this fight, at least from my perspective, was I thought this was the most complete performance we've seen in the cage. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like we really got to see a variety of your skill set in this fight?
Yeah. Uh, I had the chance, or I was given the opportunity to present just more than striking. So
Well, just because the last fight was went really quickly and that was a great performance, but I think with this it was a dominant performance, but we also got to see so much more. Would you agree with that?
yeah, hell yeah, you guys got to see a lot more.
And are you surprised that you? I mean, maybe you're not, but as far as the growth you've had from fight to fight, it seems like every fight we see something different, and you're able to show off a little bit more. Do you see that as well from as each fight goes by?
Yeah, man. Just getting better at reading and taking advantage of the things that they give you. Uh, like with fighting and life in general, man. We get so hung up on we get so hung up or like so like tunnel vision at the stuff that we want to go primarily in the order of which you want it to go. Like you set on that, like I want this and this to happen. And, like you can't get hung up on that stuff. You got to take advantage of whatever is given to you or whatever opportunities right there in front of you. You got to take advantage of that stuff. So like I think that was pretty good for me not to not to get hung up on that shit and just take advantage of like what he was giving me, man.
I know, I'm sure leading up to the fight, you knew how tough Andre was in terms of his durability. He's a really tough guy to finish. Were you surprised when you actually got in there and experienced it for yourself? Because I'm sure there were plenty of times where you probably thought this fight was going to be over.
Yeah, man. Hats off to Andre, man. He played chicken with the Mack truck, man. He took some shots. I really never saw like anyone take, and even when he was like ready to go, man, like that dude, he stuck it out, man.
Yeah, no, he did. Were you ever worried at all that, maybe if you're putting the pedal too hard to the metal, you might gas out at all? I know your cardio is really good, but that always has to go through your head at some point where you're like, if I can't finish this guy, hopefully I don't, overexert myself.
Yeah, you think about that stuff, but then too, it's like forget it. It's a fight, man. Like leave everything in there, man. Leave it all in there. Like give it everything, man. I don't you don't want to walk out of that cage like, damn. If I would have pressed a little harder, if I would have did this, shoulda, coulda, woulda, man. Everything all in, everything.
Now, I don't know if you pay attention to this stuff or if you were even aware, but did you know you were the biggest betting favorite on the card, like even over like some of the bigger names on the event?
Not really, man. I don't really focus on that stuff, man. Like thank them and everything, but like to be honest with you, man, I'm like I truly don't care, man. I just like I know I know what I come to do, man.
Well, it must make you feel a little bit good knowing you were minus 600, by the way, meaning you'd have to bet $600 to win $100 on your fight. So, but I think that says something about how people value your skill set. And, not, I don't think people are overlooking Andre, but I think that it really shows that people are a big believer in you. That must feel pretty good, though, knowing that, people have, really put a lot of stock in your career.
Yeah, man. It means a lot, and especially you know that just goes to show that people really do believe you. If they're willing to put their money where their mouth is, they believe in you. So yeah, thank them.
How did you celebrate after the fight?
Uh, I celebrated by going to the green room. I put some ice on my foot. I got some ice cream, soft, so that was good. And then I just stayed and watched all the other fights, man. And then after that, went back to the hotel. I was gonna go out, but like we left the venue so late that like by the time I got back to the hotel, like it wasn't like it was no way I was gonna be able to go out and everything. But
No, it's too tough. I was even trying to follow along on the press conference and everything. It was like super late, so I imagine that nothing open. Now, would you have gone to like a club or a bar? What's sort of your preference?
Oh shit, we was in Atlanta. We was going to a strip club.
Okay, well there you go. That's too bad you missed out on that. Maybe next time. What about the UFC? Has your management talked to them at all? Have you talked to them? Because they must have been pretty happy with that performance.
Yeah, man, but I wasn't too I wasn't like too happy with my performance.
Okay, why is that? Because you didn't finish the fight?
Yes.
Okay. All right, fair enough. What about the fans? Was there a lot of feedback on social media? I know you're not a huge social media guy, but I'm sure you got a lot of love after that win.
Yeah, I did. I didn't I didn't like read any comments or any of that stuff, or I really pretty much didn't read any like inboxes or anything or DMs. It just in my head it was like, okay, like, it happened, boom, it's done. What's next?
And let's ask about that. What is next after this? I know this week's sort of the chill week, kind of reset everything. But do you have an idea of when you're looking to fight again?
Probably pretty soon, man. Pretty soon. Um, just like take some time, put some ice on my foot, and then we gonna get right back to it.
Okay. Other than the foot, any other bumps and bruises? Like, are you pretty much ready to go as soon as you're ready?
Yeah, hell yeah. Pretty much I'm ready to go. Soon my foot is soon as I'm able to kick again, I'm ready to go.
In terms of an opponent, do you want like a veteran? Do you want a prospect? Like does it matter? Because it seems like you've kind of been fighting prospects. Would you like sort of a bigger name that's had a lot of fights in the UFC?
Man, it really don't matter, man. I'm just trying to get as much octagon time and experience as I can, But for me, it really don't matter, man.
You ever see yourself going into pro wrestling at all?
No,
No, not on your radar at all. Were you ever a fan of it growing up?
I was a fan of pro wrestling, but like the thing about like the WWE and everything, like it's like I watched wrestling all the way up until I was like almost like 19 or 20 years old. Out of all those 20 years or like all that shit of watching it, they never pushed. They never gave like a legitimate black like superstar like a push. So like after that, it's just like I done seen this story too many times. Like it's over.
Did you happen to? I was going to say, did you happen to catch the special they did on the WWE leading up to WrestleMania? I don't know if you saw that, where they talked about kind of how the wrestlers were treated pretty badly, and there was that one scene as an African American. I don't know if you saw where Vince McMahon used the N word, which like I didn't even remember that happened with Booker T. It was crazy. That was like in an actual segment that he approved.
Yeah, I know. It's just it was just like it just like stupid, man. Like I even had like a friend that wrestled, back in the day for WCW, and he told me like how he told me how like wrestling and everything is like ran and everything, and he said it's ran like the mob, man. Like the people that's higher up or the people that's got the most pull are the superstars, and if you're not like kissing the ring or you're not politicking with the right people, you'll never get that push, and you'll never get over the hump.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. Who are your favorite wrestlers that you like watching?
My favorite wrestlers to watch back in the day was like The Rock, Stone Cold, Chris Benoit. Like those are like my three favorite wrestlers back in the day.
Switching gears, I saw your interview with Mike Heck. He's a friend of mine for My MMA News before your fight. And one thing I wanted to ask you about is I saw you talking about how people hit you up for interviews, but they're like fly by night media people. Do you want to just elaborate on that a little bit? Because you kind of talked about how a lot of media just don't cover things outside the UFC, and I thought it was good because myself, as I'm sure you've seen, I do try and interview fighters on the come up. Have you noticed that more recently that you're getting people that you've never heard of trying to hit you up for interviews?
Yeah, like that. All that stuff is expected, but I tell people all the time, like, man, like if you take a look around at like the regional scene, or you take a look around, like, cause it's all easy, Tapology is pretty big, you know. Social media is pretty big. Like it don't take nothing for these guys to literally take a look at those boards. Boom, go interview an amateur. Go interview a rising prospect on the regional scene. Like that that stuff don't take no time at all. You know, it don't cost nothing. You know, and then two is just like don't support don't support like don't support people when they already there. Then it's really not genuine. You know, because you looking at supporting them for your own interests. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, no. I listen. You're speaking my language, and that's I was going to bring that up too because I think you have a couple teammates as well that I don't think get enough exposure. Alton Cunningham, who we're going to see back on Contender Series, he's awesome. Tim Hiley, who by the way, I hope he's recovering well from that foot injury. I mean, these are two legitimate prospects that I think could get some more exposure as well. So I'm on your side here. I actually thought that was really good of you to say that.
Yeah, and it's just like dumb, and then like even like being in the UFC and everything, like they don't interview anybody that's not if you're not saying anything stupid, if you're not talking any smack, or if you're not like a superstar, like they're not gonna interview you, you know. So I just think about that in my head, like, you know, once I get there, I'm gonna return the favor. I'm not gonna take an interview with you. I don't give a fuck who you is. I'm gonna tell you fuck you. Go fuck yourself, or I'm gonna make you jump through some hoops. Like, oh, interview this guy, this regional prospect. Like, I don't give a fuck if you are a national syndicate or international syndicate. Like, you're gonna do this, or you're not gonna interview. Like you gotta play. Like, you know, all is fair. You know, it's all in the game. But you know, I'm gonna change it.
I like that. Congrats again on the win, Montel. Great talking to you. Hope you get rebooked pretty soon here. In the meantime, I know if you got some sponsors, I'm sure you got some people you want to thank. The floor is yours, and if you got any social media as well, plug that by all means.
Uh, First off, I want to thank the UFC, thank the matchmakers, Sean Shelby, Dana White, Mick Maynard. Um, thank my mentor group, Jason, Jacob. Thank Ed. He does this like you know, the interviews and the media stuff. Thank my coaches at Pure Vita, Jake, Solo, Zach. Thank my teammates. Thank Float Life. Thank Combat Corner. Thank Speeder Sport. Nick Belegas. Thank Combat Corner. Thank Float Life. Thank Pro Star Athletes. And thank everybody that support. You guys can follow me at Montello135 on Twitter. You guys can follow me at Instagram at Yo Soy Rapido.